They said after 60, life dims. That your body would betray you, your energy would vanish, and intimacy? A fading memory. But what if everything you were told was flat out wrong? My name is Dr. Jonathan Reed. For over 3 decades, I've walked alongside men navigating the later chapters of life, men who once believed their best years were behind them. And yet, together, we've uncovered something different. Something quietly powerful. Because here's the truth most never hear. Buried in your kitchen fruit bowl may be 4 simple, everyday fruits, nothing exotic, nothing expensive, that hold the natural potential to rekindle vitality, reignite connection, and restore the confidence you thought had slipped away for good. These aren't magic potions. They're nature's quiet healers, known to boost circulation, support healthy desire, and invite back a sense of closeness that many men assume they've lost forever. And yes, they've proven effective for men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, and beyond. In just a few moments, I'll walk you through what these 4 fruits are, why they work, and exactly how to use them to feel more alive, more connected, and more at home in your body again. But before we dive in, do me this favor. If you care about staying informed, inspired, and in control of your health as you age, hit that subscribe button. Tap the bell so you won't miss a single episode designed to help you live stronger, longer. And if what I share today resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're with me. If it doesn't, type 0. I read every response. Because this channel exists, for you. Let's get to the heart of it. The 4 fruits that quietly restore circulation and intimacy after 60. This isn't about miracle pills. It's not about expensive therapies or chasing the latest health trend. What we're about to explore are nature's quiet warriors, 4 humble fruits that work with your body, not against it, to help rekindle vitality where it matters most. And fruit number 1? It might already be sitting in your fridge. 1. Red grapes. For years, I believed, like many others, that medications were the only path to restoring healthy blood flow in older adults. But after decades of listening deeply to my patients, studying those who seemed to defy aging, I kept stumbling upon one quiet yet powerful ally: red grapes. Not a futuristic supplement. Not a complicated protocol. Just red grapes. Simple, unassuming, and absolutely extraordinary. You see, those tiny crimson spheres are loaded with a natural compound called resveratrol, a potent antioxidant that works inside your blood vessels, gently coaxing them to relax and expand. This allows more oxygen-rich blood to reach your muscles, heart, brain, and yes, even your most intimate regions. And here's where things get interesting. Red grapes seem to unlock something that aging often locks away first: circulation in the lower body. If you've ever felt cold feet, noticed less responsiveness during intimate moments, or found yourself tiring more easily, those aren't random symptoms. They're signs of sluggish blood flow. And when blood can't move freely, neither can desire, energy, or connection. That's where red grapes come in. For many older men, simply eating a small handful of red grapes daily has led to surprisingly meaningful changes: improved firmness, longer-lasting response, and a greater sense of control. Why? Because resveratrol increases nitric oxide, the very molecule your body needs to trigger and sustain healthy arousal. Unlike synthetic pills that push your body into overdrive, red grapes support this process naturally, without side effects or sudden spikes. And it's not just the men who benefit. For women, red grapes support circulation to the pelvic region, an area that often becomes less sensitive with age. This improved blood flow translates to warmth, comfort, and deeper emotional presence during close moments, something many women quietly crave but struggle to explain. It's not just about function. It's about feeling again. What truly amazes me is how often something as simple as a bowl of grapes has reopened the door to connection for couples who thought that part of life was over. I've had couples, married for decades, return to me months later, glowing, not because of some radical change, but because of one tiny new habit that brought back something deeply human. And I always smile when I hear it. Because it's not magic. It's real biology. Paired with the right choices. And we're just getting started. Because fruit number 2? It doesn't just boost your blood flow. It quietly guards your kidneys and protects your most private well-being. Ready to discover what it is? Let's keep going. 2. Cranberries. If there's one fruit I used to dismiss without a second thought, it was the cranberry. To me, it was always that tart, red side dish that showed up once a year on the Thanksgiving table, more decoration than nourishment, often ignored and left behind. But with time, and with the stories I kept hearing from patients in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, I began to look at cranberries differently. These weren't just folks aging well, they were thriving. Still energetic, still confident, still deeply connected with their partners. And time and again, in the quiet details of their daily habits, cranberries kept showing up. Not as a miracle cure, but as a quiet, consistent ally. So I dug into the science. And what I discovered changed everything I thought I knew. Cranberries, it turns out, are among the most powerful protectors of two often overlooked systems that quietly shape how we age, the kidneys and the urinary tract. These are the body's silent regulators, controlling toxins, fluid balance, and blood pressure. But they also play a subtle, yet powerful role in intimacy. Here's why that matters. When your kidney function begins to slip, which becomes more common after 60, it doesn't just affect your ability to flush out waste. It slows your circulation, allows low-level inflammation to fester, and quietly diminishes sensitivity in areas you might not talk about but deeply feel. For men, that can mean weaker erections, lower stamina, and reduced desire. For women, it often shows up as dryness, discomfort, and an overall disconnect from physical closeness. It's not just frustrating, it can quietly erode confidence, connection, and joy. But cranberries? They step in like nature's own bodyguard. Rich in proanthocyanidins, cranberries help reduce inflammation, fight off bacteria, and support a clean, healthy urinary tract. They also nourish the delicate blood vessels around the pelvis, keeping them supple, responsive, and ready to carry blood where it needs to go. In men, that translates to better blood pressure control and improved nitric oxide levels, two absolutely critical ingredients for sustaining healthy arousal. And unlike synthetic medications that force results, cranberries support this balance naturally, without strain or side effects. For women, cranberries offer something just as valuable: comfort. Less irritation. Fewer infections. And, with better circulation, a return to feeling truly present in the body. I've seen women tell me they feel warm again after years of numbness, not because of hormones or medications, but because they supported their body's natural rhythm with something as simple as a morning cranberry habit. And let me tell you, when discomfort fades and fear of intimacy disappears, connection returns. I've watched it happen over and over again. One woman in her late 60s once told me, with tears in her eyes, that she finally felt safe hugging her husband again, not because of passion, but because the tension in her body had melted. She no longer braced for pain. She could be soft again. Present again. That's the kind of healing we don't talk about enough. So whether you add a sprinkle of dried cranberries to your salad, or sip a few ounces of pure, unsweetened cranberry juice each morning, this fruit deserves a spot in your daily routine. Not just for your kidneys, but for your comfort, your circulation, and the quiet sense of ease that lets connection grow again. But what if there was a fruit that went one step further? What if there was something that didn't just defend your health, but could ignite something inside you, spark energy, support testosterone, and remind your body exactly what it was built to do? That's where we're headed next. Stay with me. 3. Papaya. There's something about papaya that feels like sunlight in fruit form. Maybe it's that golden orange hue, glowing like the warmth of a summer morning. Maybe it's the way it melts on your tongue, gentle, soft, like a memory of simpler days. But beneath that sweet, tropical flavor lies a quiet power that most people over 60 have never fully discovered. Papaya is not just a fruit, it's nature's whisper to the aging body, a soft nudge that says, "Wake up. There's still life in you yet." I once worked with a retired school principal named Harold. He was in his early 70s, sharp mind, kind smile, but he walked into my office looking dimmed. His sleep was shallow. His mornings were sluggish. His relationship with his wife, once filled with laughter and closeness, had grown quiet. He was doing everything right: healthy meals, daily walks, no alcohol, no cigarettes. But something was missing. We made one small change. Every morning, just a single bowl of ripe papaya blended with a spoonful of Greek yogurt. That's it. Nothing exotic. Nothing extreme. 3 weeks later, Harold returned. Same man, different energy. He had color in his face, a spring in his step, and while he didn't say it outright, his sheepish grin told me more than words ever could. Papaya had done something that no pill had. You see, papaya is packed with vitamins A, C, and E, antioxidants that fight inflammation and support cell regeneration. But more than that, it contains papain, a powerful enzyme that boosts digestion and eases internal tension, making your body more efficient at absorbing nutrients. And yet, the real magic lies in what papaya does for circulation and hormone balance, especially in men. Papaya helps support testosterone production naturally, without synthetic interference. It encourages better blood flow, strengthens vessel walls, and improves oxygen delivery throughout the body, including to the regions where aging often shows first. This translates to more than just energy. It means firmer, longer-lasting arousal. More endurance. Greater confidence. But let's not forget the women. For women, papaya is a gentle ally in balancing estrogen and nourishing blood flow to the pelvic region. It eases dryness, reduces irritation, and helps reignite sensitivity, making intimacy not just possible, but pleasurable again. Papaya also supports your adrenal glands, the body's natural stress regulators. When those are in balance, you feel calmer, more emotionally present, and less likely to feel overwhelmed during moments of closeness. And that, perhaps, is what I admire most about this fruit. It's not flashy. It doesn't promise fireworks or instant transformations. It simply shows up, day after day, with steady, nourishing power. A spoonful of papaya in the morning becomes something far bigger. A quiet shift. A spark of vitality. A soft return to feeling alive again, not just in your body, but in your heart, and in your relationship. So if you've been longing for a sense of spark, not just in your bloodstream, but between you and the one you love, papaya may be your most faithful companion. It doesn't shout. It doesn't rush. It simply awakens. And just when you think fruit can't possibly offer more, wait until we talk about the next one. A fruit that supports your heart, your hormones, your rest, and perhaps most unexpectedly, your capacity to love deeply again. Let's talk about cherries. 4. Cherries. There's a quiet magic in a bowl of ripe cherries. Maybe it's the color deep, velvet red, like something painted by candlelight. Or maybe it's the pace they demand. You don't rush through cherries. You savor them. One by one. Each bite is a pause, a moment of presence. And as it turns out, what cherries do inside your body might be even more meaningful than the pleasure they bring your taste buds. Years ago, I met a couple in their late 60s, Marvin and Elaine. They had been married over 4 decades. Still deeply devoted, still holding hands in the waiting room. But something had shifted. Marvin spoke with quiet honesty about how he felt disconnected from his body. Less drive, less response, and a growing frustration he couldn't quite explain. Elaine, graceful and patient, missed the intimacy they once shared, but never wanted to push. They didn't want pills. They didn't want pressure. They just wanted to feel close again. Naturally. I offered a simple suggestion: add cherries to your daily routine. Not as a treatment. Not as a promise. Just as a gentle experiment. 2 months later, they returned, smiling more, holding hands tighter. There was a lightness between them, like a door had opened again. And I wasn't surprised. You see, cherries contain powerful compounds called anthocyanins, natural antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in the blood vessels. They also enhance nitric oxide production, which relaxes and widens arteries, improving circulation not just to the heart and brain, but to the regions responsible for physical desire and responsiveness. For older men, this translates into better blood flow to the penis, stronger, more sustained erections without reliance on synthetic drugs or artificial stimulants. It's nature doing what it was always designed to do, just with a little encouragement. For women, cherries support circulation to the pelvic area as well, helping restore sensitivity and reducing the discomfort that often arises with age. They help the body feel again, gently, fully. But cherries don't just speak to the body. They soothe the mind. These vibrant fruits are one of the few natural sources of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating deep, restorative sleep. And when sleep improves, hormonal rhythms rebalance. Stress melts. The emotional barriers that build up from exhaustion and frustration begin to fall. The result? A body that not only works better, but feels safer, more open. A heart that is less guarded. A relationship that can breathe again. What I love most about cherries is their softness. There's no rush, no sudden surge, no harsh effect. Just slow, steady nourishment. They soften blood vessels. Calm the nervous system. Invite the mind and body to remember what it feels like to be in rhythm again. And in a world full of quick fixes and high expectations, that kind of gentle restoration is a gift. I've seen cherries transform relationships, not with drama or fireworks, but with something even more powerful, a subtle return of connection. A quiet signal to the body that yes, you are still capable. You are still here. You are still worthy of closeness. And often, that one message is all it takes for intimacy to come home again. So if you've been searching for something that supports your body, your rest, your hormones, and your heart, don't overlook the humble cherry. It might just be the sweetest reminder that love, real, deep, lasting love, is still within reach. Now that you've uncovered these 4 remarkable fruits, you might be wondering, where do I begin? How do I bring these into my daily life without turning it into another complicated health routine? Well, here's the good news, this is the fun part. Because what comes next is not about rules or restrictions. It's about gentle integration. About ease. About reconnecting with your body in a way that feels natural. If you've made it this far, chances are, something deep inside you is ready. Maybe you felt a bit slower lately. Less connected. Or maybe you're simply tired of being told that decline is inevitable. But here's the truth. Your body hasn't given up on you. It still wants to respond. It still wants to heal. And with the right nourishment, it absolutely can. That's what I love most about this approach. We're not talking extreme diets. We're not relying on expensive supplements or rigid protocols. We're talking about real food. Real fruit. Nature's medicine, whole, simple, familiar. Something your body recognizes, craves, and responds to not with a bang, but with a quiet return to balance. So here's how to begin. Start small. Truly small. Pick just one of the 4 fruits we've explored. Just one. Choose the one that speaks to you. Maybe it's a handful of red grapes in the afternoon. Maybe it's a sprinkle of dried cranberries over your oatmeal. A few spoonfuls of fresh papaya in the morning. Or a couple of cherries while winding down for the night. There's no wrong way to start. And you don't have to do it all at once. What matters is consistency, a gentle, daily signal to your body that you're choosing life, choosing flow, choosing connection. Over the next few weeks, you may notice subtle shifts. Warmer hands. Clearer thoughts. Deeper sleep. And maybe, just maybe, a quiet spark returning in moments that had once gone dim. These are the signs. Whispers of vitality reminding you, I'm still here. And if there's one thing I've learned from decades of working with older adults across the country, it's this. It's never too late. I've seen men in their 70s rekindle intimacy after years of distance. I've seen women rediscover comfort in their bodies, not by turning back the clock, but by nurturing what was still alive within them. So today, I invite you to open your fridge, your fruit basket, your grocery list, and see it all a little differently. Don't just see food. See possibility. See healing. See a quiet step forward. Let today be the day you begin. Not because someone told you to, but because you deserve to feel good again. To feel strong. Connected. Alive, maybe more than you ever thought possible. You already know what to do. You've seen what's possible. Now, the next step is yours. And I'll be right here, cheering you on, every step of the way. This is only the beginning. There comes a point in life when we quietly begin to accept less. Less energy. less closeness, less connection. Not because we want it that way, but because we've been told it's just what happens with age. I'm here to tell you human to human that this belief is simply not true. You are not finished. You are not too old. And your body, it has not given up on you. What we've talked about here may seem simple, just 4 fruits. But what they represent is something far more powerful. They are a daily invitation, a gentle reminder to your body that it still can. They're not just about circulation. They're about confidence. Not just about intimacy, but about aliveness. Think of everything your body has carried you through. Decades of hard work. Sleepless nights raising children. Moments of stress, moments of joy, moments of deep loss and incredible triumph. Your heart has beat through every one of them. Your blood has moved through every inch of your life, keeping you upright, alert, present. And now, as you finally reach the time in life where you can slow down and savor what really matters, connection, closeness, love. You deserve support. Not limits. These 4 fruits, red grapes, cranberries, papaya, and cherries. They are not magic. But they are a quiet revolution. They don't force. They nourish. They don't shout. They listen. They go where pills cannot, into the tiny vessels, the hormonal signals, and the emotional memories of what it means to feel desired and loved. And what I hope you take with you after this video isn't just a new grocery list. I hope you carry a deeper belief. That it is never too late to feel good in your own body again. To hold a hand and feel warmth. To wake up rested, with a quiet hope. To look at your partner or even at yourself and see a glimmer you thought had faded, but never truly left. Because the truth is, age doesn't just take. It gives. It gives us the chance to love more deeply. To cherish more fully. To know what really matters. And when your body is nourished, when your internal flow is vibrant again, your heart opens wide to receive all of it. So if all you do tomorrow is eat a bowl of cherries, or slip a few grapes into your pocket before a walk, know this. You are making a choice. A choice to live with meaning. A choice to care for your body, not because it's broken, but because it still has so much to give. This isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning of a new path. One filled with restored energy, rekindled closeness. And maybe even a rediscovery of the real you beneath the layers of time. You've spent a lifetime caring for others. Now, it's your turn. Because you deserve to feel good again. You deserve joy. You deserve connection. And the best part? This journey doesn't start with a prescription. It starts with a piece of fruit. And a decision. To believe that your best days may still be ahead. These lessons are shared not just to inform you, but to inspire you to live more fully, more honestly, more you. And now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a quiet moment. Reflect. Then share one thing you're taking from this video. One thing you'll bring into your life starting today. Let's support each other in living out these truths together. If this video resonated with you, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, feel free to comment 0. I read every response. Your voice matters here. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. And may you live your life your way.